In this video, I will show you how to add your business hours to your WordPress website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. So once we are signed up to Elfsight, we now have access to all of the Elfsight widgets, but the widget that we are looking for is business hours. So the easiest way to find this, rather than scrolling through all of these widgets, is just to come to the top to this search widget bar, and we just type in business. And then right here, we can see the business hours widget is going to appear. So we can go ahead and click into this, and now we can choose which template we would like to start with. So you can see we have like different statuses where people can click in. We can have hours and contacts. We can have this contact card, which looks pretty cool. We have full business details, or we can go for standard business hours. So choose one of these templates, and then we can click continue with this template. And in this content area, we can now go ahead and add in our business hours. So let's say that each day we are working from 9 to 5. This is our opening hours. We can click in, and then all we need to do is select the hours that we work. So we can add in 9 to 5 right there. Then we can go to the next day. We can add 9 to 5 here as well. Wednesday, 9 to 5. You get the idea. We can just go down and add in the hours that we are going to work. So that is how we can set this up. Then we can go down to date specific hours, and this is where you can add in any vacations, any holidays that you are taking, or any days off. So what we could do is, let's say tomorrow we're not available at all on the 2nd of October. We can go in here, we can go 2nd of October, we can add closed, and then we can add a description right here why we are closed. Then we can add more. For example, let's say we want to add the Christmas period off. We can go from, let's say, Christmas Eve all the way through till New Year's. And then once again, we can go in and add a description. If you are working, but it's only custom hours, we can also set this up as well between this date range. So that is something that's also important to set up. We can also go down to business details. Now, I wouldn't actually add business details in here. This is just going to show up at the top. So a better thing to add in here is maybe something like our opening times. We can also add a description down here at the bottom as well if we would like. We can add a logo. We can then go into contacts, and we can add our contact information into this area. If we want to add a call to action button, we can go in and we can add like call, we can add message, book, any of these options as well. And then we can also add a location photo if we would like to in this area. So that is the content area. We can then go down to layout, and we can choose how this is going to be laid out. We can choose the width, we can choose the alignment. We can then go down to style, and this is where we can change the background color of this, the text color to fit your website better. We can even change the font, we can change the text size and the business name size as well. And once this is created, you have your business hours added, and you have this looking at how you would like it to look. All we then have to do is click on publish in this top right corner. And Elfsight is then going to take us over to this page where we can choose a plan. Now, the plans on Elfsight are based on how many monthly views your website gets. So we can see we have all of the plans right here. And of course, we also have this free plan for if you have a smaller website or if you just want to test Elfsight out. Once you have selected your plan, Elfsight is then going to give us this piece of code. And this code right here is what we are going to use to embed the opening times onto our website. So all we need to do is click on copy code. We can then open up WordPress right here. And usually for opening times, we want to add these to the footer. So of course, make sure you are in the editor. We can then go down to the footer right here, click on this plus icon, and then in the search bar, we just search for HTML and drag in this custom HTML widget. Right here, we can go ahead and paste in the code that we just copied. So in here, this code is always going to show up as code when we are in the editor. But on the actual website, when people are viewing this, this code will not be visible, and it will be replaced with the business hours widget we just created. So to show you this, we can go ahead and save the website and open up a website preview. And now if we scroll down to where we just added this, we can see our opening times have now been added to our WordPress website.